next comic coming to the stage, me and him have been friends for a long time. Our families have actually been friends for a long time. Everybody, please give it up for the very funny Ben Hess.
What's up, everybody? All right, good energy. I like it. My family just died. I saw a table of beautiful women, and I was like, time to get their sympathy. That's how I work my way in. I'll prey on their feminine instincts. I miss what that was, and that sucks for me. Okay, so I just want to clarify a little bit, probably. When I say my family just died, I meant like a month and a half ago. And when I say family, that sounds a little exaggerative. That sounds like maybe there was a minivan involved, like a whole family. It was my aunt. My aunt passed away, and my dad did at the same time. Weird. Aww. Y'all are gonna have to get over it, because I gotta tell jokes about it. So get through that, just like I had to. My aunt got really sick. She got really sick, and it was, the kind of sick where you're like, oh, she's probably gonna die. And my immediate thought was, my employer's never gonna believe this. Because if you go to an employer and you say, oh, my dear sick aunt has passed away, I need time off, they're going to be like, is it your birthday? That sounds like a lie. My sick aunt is a lie. Everybody tells their employer. It's the point of that joke. Maybe I should rewrite it. I don't know. What sucked more, though, is when I told my employer that my aunt was sick and dying, they believed me, which means that excuse is off the table. That ticket's mine. I can't actually use that. That came in handy every college football bowl season. Boise State makes the Mako Las Vegas bowl, and I got an aunt with a real bad case of gout. I gotta find a new employer now. You only get one sick aunt per employer. I got a word one day to go see her in the hospital, and she was slipping. Her brain was spaghetti-like, and I was like, I can't do this. And I went home late at night, and I got a text from a cousin, and the text said, hey, I'm so sorry to hear about your dad. And I said, good one, autocorrect. Real dark sense of humor there. And then I called my cousin and I said, you meant my aunt, right? Like my aunt's passed away? And she said, oh shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And then before I could, process that, she's like, okay, and here's the deal. His dog got out and animal control's up there and they're trying to wrangle him and you need to get up there and you need to get that dog. And I said, well, it's 11 o'clock at night, so I'm going to continue to play NCAA 25. What the fuck do you want me to do at 11 at night? So I got up the next morning, and I went up to go take care of a dog situation. And when I got up there, animal control was waiting for me. That's when I realized that animal control is basically just ice for dogs. And it was kind of weird, though, because the animal control agent I was dealing with was a woman, and she was a beautiful Latino woman, and it started doing shit to my head, and I don't understand it because my dad's body is still warm, and here I am hitting on a woman in uniform. And I don't know how that worked. And my dog has a lot of trauma in its history. Something around its neck from when it was a puppy. He was a rescue. So you can't get a leash around his neck. You can't get a collar around his neck, anything like that. He'll freak out, start biting, but it's like defensive because he's scared and he's a victim of trauma. And I understand that. And I can't explain to him. I can't describe to my dog. I can't say, hey, this is trauma. We need to work through this. I can't use English with my dog. And I'll tell you what, you know, you come to this country, learn the goddamn language. You know what I mean? So that was the first day. Thank God I knew a guy. So a lot of people, you know, when you live in a town long enough, you kind of know a guy. I'm sure you guys maybe have a guy or a girl, like do you have a hair girl? Yeah, you know what I mean? Guys have a car guy. You know, I have a dead body guy. I have that guy. I just had him for a long time. Never had a dead body until now. So I got to call him, and I was super excited that I finally got I get to use a guy. You know, that was pretty sick. That's when I found out. I don't know if you guys know this, but that's when my sister and I found out that the punishment for being broke when your parents die is that you're forced to set them on fire. Because the cremation is cheap. So we had to choose to get them cremated. So we had to go to a funeral home, and we had to meet in this funeral home, and we had to talk with a tall, skinny funeral home. God, when we walked in, he was like waiting in the entrance too, like in the shadow. Like he walked out of a shadow and was like, "Hello." We were like, "What the fuck?" This is when your body guy knows how to get you to save money, you know. Anyway, I found out something in that meeting that might blow y'all's minds. It blew my mind. Did you know that a really, really surprisingly small percentage of people leave a will? Do you guys know that? What percentage of people do you think leave a will?
12%.
Lower. What about you? What do you think?
8.
Yeah?
8?
Lower.
2. 5.
1%.
Oh my God.
That's what we found. Yeah, 1%. And I gotta tell you, that got my brain working. I was like, you know what? The sooner the later, right? The sooner the later. Words are interchangeable. We live in postmodernism where words have no meaning. Anyway. So I don't know. I was just thinking we should all do our wills. Like we should just really start thinking about our wills. And I was thinking, you know, I should do one as soon as possible. We should all do one and like fuck it. Let's do our wills together. Like right now. What do you guys think? All right, you get my bedazzled spectator's goggles. All right, I'm not Hess. You guys are great. Have a good night.
Keep it going for Ben Hess.